kids, I sure miss you. I hope you're staying healthy and happy and having a good time having all this time off school. I'm not liking it. I'd rather be teaching in the classroom. But here we go. I'm going to try to give a more clear explanation of the grid pattern because I've had so many questions. So we're going to start here. I've already taught you how to do the grid. So I'm not going to redo that. If you really need to review how to draw the grid, there's the old YouTube video that I've posted and had some of you have watched for a review. So I've already drawn the grid pattern, and just as a review, we start with the X. So we do this first, okay? We do this big X first, corner to corner on your paper. And then, because we now know where the middle is, it doesn't matter if you do this horizontal line first or this vertical line first. It doesn't matter which one you do next. But then you do the horizontal and the vertical, and then remember the next thing that we did was to make a diamond. We made an X in this little box, and this little box, and this little box, and this little box. Okay, and that made our diamond. And then we did some more lines, because once you make this X, you have another X to work with. And so you go through the center of those two X's and the center of those two X's. And then you go vertical like this through the center of those two X's, through the center of those two X's. Okay? And then the next thing that you do is make it smaller just in the boxes where the most detail is going to be. So for this one, I have picked this little picture to help remind you of how to do your grid pattern. Now, I picked this one for a reason, because it's got some great added to it, because the original is actually square. And for this particular one, she's just going to extend the black to this edge and the black up to that edge in her final piece. So for right now, what she would need to do, and sorry, I'm using she because it's Olivia's picture that she's going to be gridding. So as you remember in class, I had to cut off all the white border. So if you're one of those that has a different image that's square, and I've had you keep I put it on another, layer in Photoshop so that I could make it fit 11 by 14 better. That doesn't mean that this is 11 by 14, does it? No, it means that the format is the same. And remember, format means size. They're the same size. Actually, not size. That's wrong, isn't it? Shape. They're the same shape. So there's a couple of you that may have to format your paper, but for the most part, most of them are already processed and sized to 11 by 14 shape. And so all you would have to do is take your ruler and go from corner to corner to get that first line. Okay, but for most of you, you don't even have to do that part because I formatted it for you previously. Now in my other video, I went through all this stuff on how to do up this grid. Okay, now I'm making this additional video is so that I can remind you of what we talked about in class, the last day we had class, and that was identifying how far over to go for each line. So hang on, I got to get my ruler. We forgot to do something, and if you were in class, I'd make you raise your hand and tell me what it is we forgot to do. But we're not, and I've got a pretend classroom sitting here, so I just have to answer all my own questions, right? So remember that this is a very important part of the step. I have to take this up because I'm working vertical. Okay, so remember that every line I put on here, I have to put on here. So now I'm going to repeat the grid pattern that we did on this one, and I'm just going to do it on Mickey Mouse here. I'm going to use a Sharpie so you can see what I'm doing, but you won't. You can use a pen on your printed picture if you want. But on here you'll want to use a pencil because you want to be able to erase really well. Okay, so here's my X, corner to corner. Here's my other X, corner to corner. Remember that this is what makes it so that you don't have to measure weird numbers, like what's half of 5 3/8. It's Instead you can just make an X and then you have found your center. Okay, because I don't know about you, but figuring out half of 5 3/8 is a pain. I know how to do it, but I'd lots rather do the X pattern. Okay, so I'm going to go right through the center. Remember to use your ruler like a T-square, just like I taught you in class. And I'm going through the X this way, and remember that I'm checking that red line. I'm looking right through that ruler on that red line. Any red line works, because if this is straight, this is straight. Okay? So that was the first X, the X, and then the vertical and the horizontal. And then here's my diamond. I can't see the top of this paper because of my tape. So I'm just going to draw right on the tape and make the top of my paper more evident so that you can see it. Because the tape, just ignore the tape, okay? Okay, so now I'm going to make my X here. And it's hard to see this one because it's black on black. Sorry about that. You can see where I'm putting it, corner to corner. Ah! This easel isn't any better than the one I have at school. Corner to corner. And corner to corner. So maybe you can't see my diamond very well because a lot of it's in the black, but there's my diamond, okay? Then I do my verticals and my horizontals again, and I go right through the center of both X's, and I also use my ruler like a T-square, so if this line is straight, this line will be straight. If your X's aren't exactly lined up, then you need to go back and see where you made a mistake, okay? Now's the time to catch your mistakes, not later when you're in the middle of drawing, okay? So here's my verticals, and there's 2 of them this time because there's 2 X's to go through the center, and oh, they are hard to see with this black on black. So thankfully I can see that one pretty good, and I can use my ruler like a T-square, make sure it's nice and straight. Go like that, and then I do my horizontals, okay? Oh, very hard to see. Probably should have used a pink pen or something on this black image. So I'm really double checking my ruler like a T-square to make that one work, because I couldn't even see that one. And then here's this one, ruler like a T-square, go right through the center of both X's. Okay? There's that one. And now remember, I'm going to put smaller X's here in these 2 boxes because that's where the eyes are, and that's where I want to be the most accurate. And it's going to be harder to draw those accurately anyway. So now I'm going to make little X's in these little tiny boxes, just on 2 of them. Corner to corner. And then corner to corner here. Cool thing is if you mess up on this one, you can always go reprint it and start over, right? Because we don't, it's not like it used to be when I was a kid. If you messed up your picture, you didn't have a way to copy it, so you just have to start on a new picture. Okay, so that one goes all the way across like that. And I'm still using my ruler like a T-square. I'm going through the center of that X, double checking that, go through there, and then I'm going to go through right here. Now, can you see that well enough? Yeah, we're good? Okay, so now all my X's match my X's, okay? They all match together. We'll start with a really easy one. Now on this one, some of it is just going to be blank. That's the fun part, right? Easy peasy. I don't have to draw anything in this one. Very little in this one, just that much. Okay? Only have to draw that ear right there. And sometimes, in fact, quite often, I like to draw right on the picture to get the feel of where it lands. And so this one, I'm in this square right here. I'm going to come over to here, so I'm going to put a little dot. And I'm going to come up to here, which is farther than halfway, isn't it? It's much farther than halfway. And then this is the hard part, but you're just connecting the dots and trying to follow that kind of a curve. So it goes out a little bit. Oh, this is not taped down. I'm going to start from the top. Out a little bit here, and then I come down and match that dot. Okay? I probably didn't come out far enough, that's why you're gonna use a pencil. Okay? And then I'm going to stop. I'm going to take this paper down because it's going to drive me crazy for a sec, so just be patient. This paper's wiggling around on me, I can't, and I'm drawing with a Sharpie, so it's not really easy. You'll have it better because you'll be on a flat surface. And I'm on a wiggly surface. Oh, that's better. Okay, that should help. Okay, so erase and fix if you need to. Okay, try to get all that in. So that was the outside line of Mickey's ear. This one fits here and comes up a little lower, and you can make tick marks everywhere you feel that you need to. Okay, so that one kind of goes off into outer space. If I wanted to, I could just connect it there so I know where I want to go with it. And then I'm going to come down here and see how this crosses right there. Now I'm going to let that cross right there, okay? And I see that I didn't come in far enough. Oh, pencils are so wonderful because you can erase and fix. And I don't mind if you see me make mistakes because we all do, right? And I'm just as good at making mistakes as anybody I know. And then this line comes up about like that, okay? Then I'm going to draw this line that comes through here. You can do it one box at a time if you want, like we did on the grid puzzle, but for the most part, it's easier to just follow a line straight through. So I have some spots I'm going to do. I'm going to do here and here. I'm going to cross here, and then I'm going to come down just a little bit with this curved line, and then more like this on that one, and right clear over there on that one. Okay? So that gives me, it's almost like math, huh? Gives me some lines to connect. Okay, so that's this line right here, and then I notice I'm in the smaller boxes already. I want it to be here for you because guess what? This really, really helps, these smaller boxes right here. So I can go, okay, that comes down about like that, comes across that line, and then see how it's going to come up above that line? It's going to come up above that line. And my left brain wants to say that's a round circle, but guess what? It's not. It's much more of an elliptical curve. And so that line's going to go like that. And then I'm going to curve around here. And I'm going to come up and cross that line. And this is so much easier to do when you're not talking too, because you can focus better. But here we go, I'm doing my best, okay? Then this line is going to come down and meet that. This won't be very smooth at first, but that's okay, because